Hello, everybody. It has been a while. I have here with me the Anecdotes Tarot, and the reason why I am doing this is because I haven't seen anyone saying anything on YouTube except for one flip through video. So, my understanding of this tarot, which I backed on Kickstarter, I can't remember when. Usually, when I back on Kickstarter, because I understand it's not a pre order, it's not a purchase, it's not a shop. It's more you contribute and donate to a campaign, and then as a thank you gift, you are given a reward, as they call it. I believe the creator is in New Jersey, so I don't know if this shipped from New Jersey. I can't remember. I will put down below when I find out. I'll do a bit of digging around because it's been a while. My understanding is that this is based on a song called Anecdotes, I believe, by an artist or a singer or musician that I am not familiar with. I found her and her tune on YouTube. I will link that below as well. And from the PDF excerpt that I've seen, I could not find my PDF file just yet, so I am asking the creator if I've missed it somewhere because the handbook is in PDF form. I am thinking of printing it with lulu.com, although shipping from Lulu to New Zealand might not be worth my while. I don't know, I haven't decided. But from the bits that I saw, there are phrases and lyrics and descriptions in the song, the Anecdotes, or Anecdotes, the song called Anecdotes, which is then transported or interpreted in terms of the terror stories. So it's quite unique. Also, the other thing that I found quite unique or quite not rare, but it's very difficult to find modern tarot decks that's based on the Marseille, and this is it. Most modern tarot decks are based on the Rider-Waite-Smith because those are what sells, I suppose. That's what is selling right now, and most will do 78 cards, even though it's a bit of a stretch because 22 major arcana only doesn't sell very well. So it comes with this little card here, and there's a really lovely letter at the back, which I shall leave because it has my government name on it. And this, we are allowed to choose. It includes this lovely felt pouch. I just love this type of either embroidery or applique. And we can give indication as to what we would like at the front of it, and I asked for either death or the Fool, and here is death and apparently the Knight of Cups. So underneath it says fire was your hair, which I absolutely love, although I'm not quite sure yet what it means, although I have a sense of a deep profound meaning, which I am still sitting with. And then it says water. I can't see that. Water were your, hold on, let me see. So fire was your hair. Maybe that's the phrase from the song. I'm not sure. And water were your, oh, what is it? Limbs. Oh, water were your limbs and fire was your hair. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so it's like so. The box came in here, and there's a little pocket there, so I'll put that aside. So this whole deck was in the box and in the bag, and it was a little bit tricky to take out because of the sharp corners, and it's very snug and it's just nice. I love it. I just love it. So leave it there, and so I am going to flip through the cards. This is not a review, and I'm not likely to review it because I am putting all of my tarot decks in storage. So that's the Fool. Magician. And remember, the depiction here is in line with the phrases of the song. I saw on her website a pleat bag with this, I think it was this one. It's the Emperor and the High Priestess. This is the the Empress and the High Priestess. And this is the Emperor. I think we need more TDM based modern decks, and I'm always very excited when I see there's one called the Hidden, what was it, Moon or something, the one with the French title. I'm very excited about that. And this is interesting. That's traditionally the Hierophant or the Pope. Or was that the Popess? This is the Lovers. Was that the Popess or the Priestess or the, sorry, not the Priestess, the that reminds me of the holding those two. It reminds me of the Vieilleville, the astrologer in the Vieilleville. 5 is the Hierophant, right? So 3 is the Empress, and 2 is the Priestess, correct? Yeah. So as you can see, the depiction is unusual, or on first glance seemingly untraditional, but as I said, it's based on the lyrics of the song Anecdote. 7. Traditionally the Chariot. 8. Traditionally either Strength or Justice. Justice, because there's a scale there. If I can get the PDF sorted, I would go through the images again and read out the 1 or 2 of the phrases. So this is the Hermit. There's bear, and there's mushrooms, and there's a bear there. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Again, that echoes the Montaigne. There's that circle, reminds me of the Montaigne Tarot. That which is not by Montaigne, I believe, and it's definitely not tarot in a way that we understand tarot today. So this is 11, Strength. I like that 11 Strength, so that's pre-Golden Dawn or pre Weight, the Hanged one. This is Death, and you can see the moth there. Water was your limb. Water were your limbs. Fire was your hair. I think something similar, Stephen King wrote something similar in one of his books. I can't remember which one. If you remember, feel free to put down below. 14. Is 14 Temperance? That's interesting. 15. Now that reminds you of the Fool, don't you? What's 15? I can't remember now. Is it the Tower? I honestly can't remember. 16? I think that's the Tower. A Star. Half closed in a winter outfit and half naked in the sun, or under the summer nights, maybe. 18. And this moon, again, very old, the Vieille, the moon and the star, I believe. There's a woman with a spindle and an astrologer, or an astronomer rather, not an astrologer, the sun. The Last Judgment, or Rebirth, or Awakenings. This is probably more rebirth, with the egg. And is that a rabbit? And is that a goose? I can't wait to know what the story there is. The world with the it's interesting, that's a star instead of the ox. You have the eagle, the human, and the, what was it? Usually it's, so that's, the two is different. That's a horse and a star, which from my memory isn't usually part of the full beast of something or other. Okay, so now we go into the Pippish. 1, 2, 3. The suit's at the bottom there. Wand here. 4, 5. The numbers on top. The suit's indicated at the bottom. 6, 7, 8 of wands, 9 of wands. You need a lot of wands. You need a lot of logs for a bonfire. 10 of, it's easier to say wands, but in reality I can't relate to wands. I relate better with stars or baton. This is the page, the knight, queen, king. I love that the king is a woman. In the past, whether you're a man or a woman, you're a king and a prince. When you're a queen, you are the wife of the spouse, the consort. That's Ace of Earth. Let's just call the element, shall we? Because it's less confusing for me. 2 of Earth, coins. 3 of coins, or Earth. Looks like buttons here. 4. Oh, my back. 5 buttons. 6 of Earth. 7 of coins. Interesting. It's very different. I like that. Challenging. 8 of coins. 9 of coins. Wishbone. Interesting. 10 of coins. Page of coins. Knight of coins. A fire of earth. Water of earth. Queen. And air of earth. King. The positions definitely. I love that the position is, I'll say, Ace of Cups. Look at that ever-flowing source of water. 2 of Cups. 3. Look at the border. There's a whole scene in the border. 4 of Cups. My eyes went to the stumps and I thought that's more than 4, but then I realized there's only 4 cups. And look at the borders. This is definitely one deck you do not want to trim, or at least not what I think anyway. 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. So that's a little right away, Smith, just a little bit. 8 of Cups. At least it reminds me of cherry blossom. Oh, lovely. 9 of Cups. I do believe this is a deck that you have to read the book to truly appreciate. There's a whole story here. 10 of Cups. I am not going to do a review in terms of how it reads, because how it reads depends on how you read, or I mean your approach to reading, what you mean by reading. This is the I'm just going to talk as I flip through this. And what I can say is that some people read the cards, some people read the meanings of the cards, some people read the images, some people read the stories behind the images on the cards. I've spoken about this years ago. I will link that probably in the eye in the sky up here or at the end of this video. Feel free to check that out. But I tend to like to read either just the images or the stories. I tend to go down that road, and I never have read positional, so I don't flip through cards and place them in position with questions. I simply lay them out and just see and read what I see. So story-based decks like this is 2 of Swords, is very, very good for reading. If you are those one of those, like I used to be, and to a certain extent I still do, read the stories behind the images on the cards, because the stories is part of the raw material that you use to get to where you need to be, to see what you need to see. And that story is of course in the lyrics of the song, and that's in the handbook, and I don't have it with me. So but for such a visual tool, if you like the art, then it really is a first step to opening up inspiration, unless you're reading something very esoteric, which is packed with symbolism. That's completely different. I truly appreciate the clarity of those symbols, and the aesthetic becomes secondary, almost unimportant, because the symbols take front and center. But if you are not approaching tarot in an esoteric way, which I haven't really so far, then the icebreaker is the aesthetic, and then you go from there. I just love how the images reminds me of those old Marseille cards. So this is the 8 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. There you go. The Anecdote Tarot by I will put all the information down below. Bye.